All right, day 4. We are doing rational expressions today. Now, these are basically just fractions because what you can see is there's a top part and there's a bottom part. We call the top the numerator and we call the bottom the denominator, but that's not so important right now. The main thing that you want to get from this is the directions. So look at the top. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to factor the top and the bottom completely. And then after that, we're going to cancel out common factors. If you see something that's the same on the top and bottom, you're going to cross those out. Now, if the entire top or the entire bottom cancels out, you have to leave a 1 in its place. So let's go ahead and try number 1 right here. Notice that we got x plus 3 and x minus 7 on top, but on the bottom we got x minus 7, x plus 4. Well, the x minus 7's match up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross those out. Because if they match up, I can cross them out. What am I left with at the top? Just x plus 3. That's it. And what do I have left at the bottom? X plus 4. That's it. That's all you need to do on that one. Let's look at number 2. The top is x plus 4, and the bottom is x squared plus 7x plus 12. Now, the top part I can't really do anything to, but the bottom I can actually factor that. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 12, but at the same time add up to 7. That's going to be 4 and 3. So now, let's keep the top the same and let's rewrite the bottom. Keep the top the same, so that's x plus 4. And then the bottom is going to be the way we factor it, right? X plus 4, x plus 3. Okay, so what's the same on the top and bottom? The x plus 4's match up. See that? So if they match up, I can cross them out. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So what am I left with at the bottom? Just an x plus 3. That's it. What am I left with at the top? Well, I crossed everything out at the top, right? So there's nothing left at the top. And remember, if the entire numerator or denominator cancels out, you're going to leave a 1 in its place. So I'm going to leave a 1 up there. Okay? So my answer is going to be 1 over x plus 3. Let's try the next one. I'm going to factor the top as x plus 3 and x plus 5. You probably already know why, because I'm trying to multiply to 15, but at the same time, add up to 8, right? The bottom is still the same. That hasn't changed. So now, what's the same on the top and bottom? It's that x plus 3, right? So I can cross those out. So now, what do I have left at the top? X plus 5. What do I have left at the bottom? Nothing, right? Because we already canceled out everything. So I leave a 1 in its place. Okay? Now, since I do have a 1 at the bottom, that means I'm basically dividing by 1. So actually, the answer would just be x plus 5. And that's it. Okay? Because if you divide by 1, that's kind of like you're leaving everything the same, right? That's why the answer is going to be x plus 5 right here. But on the last one we did, we got 1 at the top, so we got to leave that there. Okay? Let's do a couple more. For number 4, what matches up on the top and bottom? I don't need to factor out anything because everything is already factored. But check out the x's. They match up. So I can get rid of those. And what do I have left at the top? 3y. And what do I have left at the bottom? 2z. That's it. There's nothing else that we can factor. All right, let's look at 5. Number 5, I can factor the top as x minus 9 and x plus 5. On the bottom, I can factor this as x plus 5 and x plus 5. Okay, so what matches up on the top and bottom? The x plus 5s. So I can cross those out. And I know there's still another x plus 5 at the bottom, but if you cross out 1 at the top, you got to cross out 1 at the bottom. So I can't really do anything else to this. I got to leave it the way it is. So what's left at the top? X minus 9. And what's left at the bottom? That'll be that x plus 5 that we didn't cross out. Okay. So that's basically it for rational expressions. You just got to know how to factor the top and bottom, and you just got to know how to cross stuff out if it's the same, right? I want to take a look at 3 more questions, but I'm probably going to only do 2 of these. Let's try 6 and 8. Now for number 6, the top is already factored as x plus 5, so I'm going to leave it like that. But the bottom, I can factor a little bit more, right? This is one of those square problems that you've probably seen already. Square root of 25 is 5. So this is going to be factored as x plus 5, x minus 5. All right. So what matches up on the top and bottom? It's those x plus 5s. So I can cross those out. I'm left with a 1 at the top and an x minus 5 at the bottom. Number 7 is very similar to number 5, so I'm not going to do that one. Let's try number 8. On the top, I've got x squared minus 4. That's going to factor down into x plus 2 and x minus 2. The bottom is still x minus 2. That hasn't changed. So what's the same on the top and bottom that I can cancel out? It's those x minus 2's, right? So I get rid of those, and I'm left with x plus 2 at the top. At the bottom, I don't have anything, so I got to put a 1 in its place. And of course, if you're dividing by 1, nothing changes at the top. So my answer is actually just going to be x plus 2. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and look at your homework for tonight. For tonight, we're going to be doing 10 questions, I think. Some of them are already factored for you, like number 1 and number 3. But for 2, 4, and 5, you have to either factor the top, the bottom, or both. Okay? Let's look at the second page. Alright, for these 5. Notice that number 7 and number 9 are already factored for you. You just have to cancel out common stuff on the top and bottom. But for number 6, number 8, number 10, you're going to have to either factor the top or the bottom, or both if you have to. Okay? Alright. If you have any questions, just email me. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to go ahead and grade last night's homework. So, go ahead and try this. Travis out.